Now that our jam and our buck are both waterproofed with the liquid flash, we're able to add a couple shims, one on each side. These are just a piece of that cedar bevel siding that we were using before. We'll put them in the reverse orientation of the piece below them, creating a level plane for our jams to sit on each end. As you can see, we're standing the last of these nailing fins up. There are a couple different ways that you'll get a flanged window. One, they might be integrated like this but folded over for shipping purposes. Two, they might already be in this 90-degree orientation. Or three, they might be separate and you'll be responsible for beating it in silicone and then tapping it in place. Now that we have all the fins up, we're ready to test fit the window the first time. Now that we have the windows sitting in place temporarily, we'll have a carpenter on the inside of the building help us center it in the opening. That'll help us maintain our insulation line all the way around. I'm going to take a red or a silver permanent marker, and I'm going to draw a line around that flange so that once we set this unit back out, I have reference for where I want to run my bead of sealant behind the flange. Now that we have that reference line for where our flange will sit at final installation, we're going to lay out a bead of the liquid flash behind the flange. It's not required by all manufacturers, but it will give us a belt and suspenders approach because we'll seal over top of that flange after the window's installed. Now we've placed our window in the same position using the reference marks that we made earlier. We'll tack it in a couple places and check it for level, plumb, and square. Now that we know the unit is level, plumb, and square, we're able to go ahead and fasten the fin or the nailing flange. The only thing that's different on this assembly is we're not going to be using a tape here, and since we're using this liquid flash that has a slight tack to it, we're going to put a couple of horseshoe shims underneath the bottom flange. That'll keep it from sticking. It'll give it a clear path for any water that might find its way in to migrate out. I like the horseshoe shims because they will hang on the fastener when I go to put it through the supplied opening. But the other thing is this is a synthetic shim, so we don't have to worry about this shim swelling due to water like, say, a cedar shim might. Then we'll fasten every fastener hole. You want to check with your window manufacturer on each window type. Some of them, it's not every hole. Some of them, it's something different, but they'll have a prescribed method.